All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to get our streaming up and going here on Friday night at the Holiday Classic. You got Jordan Barth warming up in the court for his first round of men's open singles. We're just running a little bit of test now, so if anybody's in the chat box and can let us know, that would be great. And yeah, it's showing up key on the microphone thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to get going live here on MRA Live. We're Friday night action, the Holiday Classic 2022 at the club, Total Fitness and Racquetball in the lovely metropolis of St. Cloud, Minnesota. So, challenge with some internet and connectivity issues, and the only one that could try to fix it is me. So we got no shot until big old tall Andy Wiegand showed up to help out. So we'll see what we can get going here. We should be able to stream the match first round in men's open singles between Jordan Barth, as you're seeing warming up in the court, and said smart guy Andy Wiegand. We got somebody in the chat box. David, yes, this is a tournament. It's our the Minnesota Racquetball Association. It's our Holiday Classic tournament, and it is in St. Cloud, Minnesota, at the club. Great facility, great people. We're gonna hopefully try to get an interview here in a little bit with the owner of said facility and get him up here. But we're still working out some technical stuff. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm the only one here that can try to fix it. We're usually not going to get fixed, but we'll see what we got going here. Bear with us. We'll have action all weekend long.
is for the next 4 minutes, we're going to be doing drive serves to the right side. Good job, Bobby. This time, I want you to get lower and use your hips.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Andy stepped in the court. He's doing his "the floor is lava" dance, trying to get himself loosened up. Probably plays that at home with the kids. That's how you keep from burning your feet. I don't know what the arms are doing, but apparently it's working. Now he's doing the "I'm a windmill, I'm a windmill, I'm a windmill, I'm a windmill," swinging the arm around. Jiminy's. He's going to unscrew that whole arm right off his body. He sure is a strange one, that Andy. But gummit, he's a nice one. Looks like there's a couple of you who just joined us. Just so you know, we are at the Holiday Classic tournament in St. Cloud, Minnesota. This will be the first round of men's open singles. Andy Wiegand in the court warming up. Will be facing off against local kid Jordan Barth. Many of you know that name. He's back from college and his first season in professional baseball, so he's playing a little racquetball this winter. It's always fun to watch him on the court. So this should actually be a pretty good match. I mean, Jordan's obviously the heavy favorite here, but Andy is the human retrieval machine, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. We're going to try to do some streaming throughout the weekend. My name's Matt Miller, and we are going to try to be with you as much as we can over the weekend. We do have some limited internet issues, but my secret weapon in that fight is the guy warming up in court number 1 right now. And we tried getting it going earlier and couldn't. He shows up and he made some switches. I think he did something to the flux capacitor and maybe added some blinker fluid to it, and things seem to be working. So hopefully that'll stay going for you. We're going to try to, like I said, stream throughout the weekend. We'll have all kinds of matches. There comes the kid into the court, Jordan Barth. I'm still going to call him the kid, probably forever. Obviously, he's no kid because he actually has a missus at home now. So since the last time he played regularly, that's easy for me to say, on a more steady basis here in Minnesota, he was not married. He has since got married and actually lived in Montana over the summer, played his first year of professional baseball. He's back in town now working, and I thought I read something that he is signed on to play with the Sioux Falls Canaries next summer. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes for him, but it should be a pretty fun match. It's pretty crazy to watch someone who, for the better part of the last 4 years, has played racquetball sparingly at best, and it's amazing. The skill set is there still, So, but Andy's no slouch. He's got a different game. It's a little bit awkward. The swing and stuff, and he gets more balls than you could ever imagine. You think you hit one down, and somehow, of course, it doesn't hurt that he takes a step and a half and he's from one side of the court to the other. And so it's actually be a pretty fun match to watch. So I'm just going to sign off for a quick second, let you guys watch them warm up. Looks like we got some more people joining in the chat room or whatever the heck it's called. We got Emily Joe, my youngest. Got Kelly Johnson in there. Why is she not up here? She must not play till tomorrow. And then, of course, we got the legend himself, Gary Kieran's watching. So we like watching, or like having everybody in there. Obviously, you hear it on all the different streams. Please like, share, whatever all the internet mumbo jumbo is. While we can see these guys going, hang on, I think we need to try to find them a ref. I'm guessing they're probably not going to need a ref. And well, hey, David Burns is now watching as well, so that's kind of cool. Let's bring it up, man. Let's keep getting some more people watching. John Goff is watching. I think he's doing a little scouting. If he doesn't know how either one of these guys plays by now, the problem is that John keeps forgetting is he doesn't have to worry about how they play. They have to worry about how good he plays. There we go. That view might be a little bit better there, although it's showing the bad scoreboard in that corner. See if I can do that. See what that does. We got to get the... I'll try to keep up with the score. I don't have anybody, doesn't look like we have anybody up top scoring, so it's going to be hard for me. And it's hard to see down in there. We got Mrs. Jordan Barth. She just showed up, supporting her hubby. Look at that kid. It's just crazy what he can get. And there's Andy retrieving everything, like always. Hope Lil's watching. If not, if anybody knows her, text her. Tell her Andy's on TV. Mr. Foss is watching. Boy, we wish we had him up here. Jeremy Horner's watching. Where the heck is that guy? Baitowski's, he's hiding around here somewhere watching. Trying to be a slick Rick. Hiding in the... Yeah, probably a good spot. He might be in the pub, crub, or whatever it's called. The club pub. I'm going to try to get somebody, if they hear the score, to try to give it to me periodically for you folks. Four zero. 4-0 Jordan, so that makes it 5-0. I'll try to keep up on the score here. So Patrick Ellering, he's around here somewhere too watching, or he might have went home. Well, these guys can cover some ground. Goes up to the ceiling. That's a beautiful shot from 39 feet by Andy. He says, not only can I retrieve, but I can put him away. 0 serves 5. I'm going to try to get a better view. That's not fair. It's not even fair. 5-0. Jordan goes with the lob serve from the backhand side over to Andy. Goes ceiling. This is going to be a setup. This is going to be trouble. As I said, that's so flat and low. I think he might have learned that from Mr. Goth. 6-0. Going with that high, well, kind of a medium lob. Off the back wall setup. And a tough pinch. That's a tough one. Andy will get that, though. He needs a little bit to get his legs warmed up. Remember when he was playing that The Floor is Lava game earlier? He'll get it going. That's tough, man. That's tough. That's a tough rally. I mean, that's a heck of a get, and you got to hit everything so perfect. That's Andy right there. Oh, there we go. There. Even the greats miss some shots. See what Andy can do in the service box. Looks like he's going to go with that nick lob. Another setup. Oh, I mean, and he wonders why people cuss him out when hitting shots like that. That's just insane. I mean, Andy thought he got him, and then that happens. It's hard not to do that after you just witness the little turkey head do that to you. He'll make the adjustment. That's one thing about Andy. He ain't going to give up. Not until his last breath. Oh, that's a little cutter. That's a little cutter to the forehand side. I don't even know what the score is anymore. You guys are going to have to figure that out. Skip's watching. Nice to have you watching, Skip. Wish you were here. A rare Skip on a setup. Let's see if we can get a 0 something, I believe. Three wall stuff. I mean, Jordan might want to sneak out the side door tonight to get to his car. Andy might be waiting for him out there with the knuckle sandwich. There we go. It's a little more conventional kill. See if I can get a score for you. I think we got 8-0 now. And came up just a little bit short. It's tough though when you know you got to hit it so perfect, otherwise the young fella scoops it up on you. I'll try to get in for a little bit better view. See what we got going here. Jordan will just keep hitting that until he does something with it and doesn't keep giving him setups. That's the anticipation. So it's interesting about this game, right? That was a quick one. Guess I was way off on the score. That was a quick first game. So what's interesting about this game, right? You know, we all talk about, you know, the different levels that are in this game, and I mean this is a prime example to show you, right? You got use the foam roller, Mike says. Funny guy. You know, I mean you look at the different levels, even within the open division here in Minnesota. Andy's a very, very solid player in his own right, you know, and he just got manhandled pretty good, you know. And then you watch some of the matches like Jordan in this past U.S. Open. He made it into the main draw, and then didn't advance in that. So you know that somebody did to him what he's doing to Andy. pretty interesting. Andy's going to have to serve lights out. I mean, it's a good start. You got to hit everything. It's one of those where he's really at the point where he's in that area where it's like you got nothing to lose, so you might as well go down swinging. You know, try to roll everything out, try to hit winners, and because the kid you're playing is gonna get it if you don't. 0-1 is the score. There you go. I mean, it's still tough. Behind the back. I don't even know what to say anymore. Just gonna try and go ceiling. Not a bad thought until a guy hits a 200-mile-an-hour backhand. Jordan's gonna keep hitting that lob, kind of half nick, until he goes exactly when I say it. It's tough. It's pretty rare to see Andy having this much trouble retrieving stuff, but the kid hits every shot from different angles. You know, obviously Jordan's the one seed here, and Andy, I think he's the 5 or the 6 seed. Set up off the back wall, another Jordan Barth patented 3-wall pinch attempted rollout. What else we got in there watching now? Mr. Mahawald's watching. Jorge Valencia is watching as well. He's going to now go over to this side for a while, see what Andy can do with that serve. There you go. Andy jumps up, hits his head on the ceiling. He jumps so high and then lands soft like a butterfly. There you go. That's what you got to do. Shoot everything, Andy. Shoot everything. Jordan won't make that mistake again. Mr. Kerr's watching. Thank you guys for watching. Those of you who just joined us, this is the 2022 Holiday Classic from St. Cloud, Minnesota at the club. Beautiful facility here. It's kind of one of your classic courts from back in the day where there's a nice pub and bar restaurant here. We got 5 courts here. Family owned. Fun facility to be at. Great facility for tournaments. Just wish they had a dozen courts. We could have some really big tournaments up here. It's a good time up here. Owner of the facility and the management team here, they do a great job welcoming people. It's always a good time up here. And of course, Minnesota Racquetball Association does a fabulous job as always with their tournaments. We're missing a good match because I'm rambling on. Bring the heat, says David Kerr. I think that's our Culligan man, isn't it? Hey, Culligan man! Jordan didn't called a skip on himself. Wow. He must have looked up and saw his wife watching, so he had to be honest. Otherwise, she would have called him on it. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. Serve was short on the right side, and Jordan still tried to get it. See what Andy does at the second serve here. I mean, you almost got to go for broke. That's a nasty splat. I think just bites that sidewall and just goes flat. 6-1, I think I heard him say. And he's got to maybe try something different with that. Wouldn't hurt to, I mean, I know that's a tough serve to try to get a good swing on it, but you know he can get it if you don't hit a perfect ceiling ball. Let that come off the back and rip it. Well, that'll work. A rare skip. Jordan looked at that front corner like he's going to go talk to it later for being naughty to him. 1-7. Andy with a drive serve. Wow. Beautiful wide angle pass. Even big old tall Andy couldn't catch up to it. 7 serves 1. There you go. There you go. Get up there and cut that off. As you can tell from the video, that's another point for Jordan. 8-1. Just a little bit different pop on the ball. Great serve. And he goes to the ceiling. That is a nasty backhand from 39 feet. He gives it a little grunt as a homage to the tennis players. And another one of his 3 walls. Andy was all over that, but then Jordan gets it. Andy to the backcourt. Oh, that's a great shot. And here comes another one. Off the back wall. Beautiful save. And we're going to go ceiling behind the back. Just stupid. So stupid. So good, it's stupid. Even his wife says it. And she's the brains of the outfit, so we must believe her. 9-1, I believe it is. There you go. That's tough. I mean, that's tough to try to combat that, you know. I mean, he's trying to do something different with the serve and, you know, force it a little bit. And I think he's got to continue to do that. I mean, you keep letting him set up, and that should be something. There he goes. This is the Andy I know. See? Oh, he almost got it. Good try. Jordan flinched. So that should be worth 7 points. Maybe not. They're not buying it. I like that. And Andy goes for around the world. Where she stops, nobody knows except for Jordan as he waits and politely puts it in the front right corner. Got a big crowd up here tonight, as usual, whenever the kid's playing. That one, he went for a little too much there. Please replace your divots. I got Jeff Anderson sitting here with me, ladies and gentlemen. If any of you from Minnesota Racquetball or around know, I'm going to try and tell him that he has to push that button so he can talk. You know Jeff. He works tirelessly. He's a phenomenal asset for us here in Minnesota.
Oh, thanks, Matt. As are you, sir.
Yeah, okay. So what are you thinking so far? What are you seeing from...
You know, it's always a treat to watch Jordan play because, you know, some of the shots, they're just head shaker shots. You just walk away just shaking your head going, what was that?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe some of the stuff you see.
And then, of course, you try and emulate it yourself, and does not work.
No.
Jordan,
well, it works.
Jordan makes it look easy.
It might work, but we're going to end up in the hospital trying. You know.
Yeah.
So I see you're in there running the registration booth and the tournament desk as usual. How many people do we got in this tournament this weekend?
I believe we finished with 59.
And that's about what we were thinking we'd get. I mean, it's pretty difficult.
Yeah,
right before
and
Christmas.
We've got some new players and some people that haven't played in 2 or 3 years.
That's the best.
That have come
part.
back, so that's really a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, it is. It is, and we should have some Culligan water here to drink, Mr. Kerr. We might have to talk. Mike Clocker's watching. He's a local guy. Yeah, it's interesting to see. My favorite part of all these tournaments, as you know, is what they're allowing me to do right now. But then also just to see the different people and especially, before the holidays, everybody seems to be in a little bit better mood.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's a tough match for Andy, though. I mean, it's, even on your best day, George, it's going to make it tough on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doubles tomorrow with Andy and his partner Bob Adam.
Yep.
At state doubles, they played probably the match of the tournament.
I would agree.
That was so much fun. I think he played Lee Miners.
Yep.
And
Lee and Darren.
And Darren.
Lee and
Prince.
Darren. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the name you were about to say, Sean Merrill, he's back.
He's back playing
yeah,
this
we
weekend.
haven't seen him for a couple of years, and that's going to be awesome. I used to always really enjoy watching. There we go. That was
game one.
That's game two.
That was game two.
Yeah, you blinked.
Oh,
you
my.
missed one. That's
Oh.
tough. That's tough, though. I mean, you gotta. I mean, it's nothing's easy when you're out there against him
No.
and whatnot. But getting back to Sean, it's nice to see him back playing. I know he took a little bit of time off. He himself got married, and I believe he was doing some stuff with his job. He
Okay.
had some schooling and whatnot.
Okay.
So that took away. So it'll be really interesting to see him back on the court with Lee. I mean, those two played
Yes.
together for a lot of years.
Yeah.
That was fun to
Yeah.
watch. Trying to think of some of the other people. We got a group that came up from Cloquet. I
Yeah.
think there's 4 or 5 of them that came up. So that'll be kind of fun. Skip Lacey gave us a thumbs up. I like that. Or Lacey. Is it Lacey or Lacey?
Lacey.
Lacey. There we go. You're sure? Positive. If not, he'll give us a thumbs down.
Yeah, and
But-
of course Mike Bertowski commenting for Jordan to use the foam roller, referencing about a month ago, Jordan had a match with one of the club locals,
Yep.
and Jordan was using a foam roller instead of a racket, and went tiebreaker, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah, he does that with some of they have some shootout and fun events up here
Yeah.
and he's played with a frying pan. He's played with a tennis shoe.
in a
He's-
wiffle bat.
Yeah, wiffle ball bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The foam roller though, that just looked like he was having a tough time kind of getting a grip on it.
Yeah, having to use 2 hands to swing it because of the size of the thing.
Yeah, the
you know?
dimension of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always kind of fun to watch. But back to some of these players. So another name that is back playing in this tournament. Haven't seen him play forever, and his kid either is Jonas and Tyler.
Jonas
Bugan.
Bugan and Tyler
Yep.
Bugan.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I watched Jonas play a little bit earlier, and man, that guy. I never got to see him when they were younger, like when they were juniors. But
Sure.
from what I understand, him and his brother Brett, I believe his
Yes,
name is,
Brett
and of course
Bugan
Andrea
and Andrea.
Hartman.
Yeah.
They were
yeah.
a fixture on the scene
yeah.
back in the day.
And their dad, Mike.
Oh,
yeah,
phenomenal
absolutely.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know, and
big,
then-
huge supporters of racquetball.
Yep.
And, you know, a lot of the tournaments, the smaller tournaments like this one, half the draw would be Bugans and Hartmans. So it's nice to have them back playing. Very important people in Minnesota racquetball.
Absolutely. I mean, it takes an enormous amount of people with enormous amount of effort to pull these off. Anybody that's out there watching that's ever been a part of any tournament knows that absolutely can't be done without guys like you, guys, the behind the scenes people. Mark Anderson's another one. Andy Wiegand, who just got off the court with
Yeah.
Jordan,
Got
I mean,
us
he's-
going with the video.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there you go. There's a prime example.
Takes a village.
And then here's another example you're going to see on the screen here in a minute. You got, the Manilla Athletics, Remaxresults with nickarntz. Nickarntz bought, assembled, learned how all
yeah.
this streaming equipment.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
the
then
setup's crazy.
Creative promos that he
Yep.
puts out before the tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job. I mean, the MRA, the MRA, you'll hear us saying MRA, it's Minnesota Racquetball Association. Again, the countless volunteers and the board of directors and the people that are behind a guy like John Olson, who's the president of the MRA and just works tirelessly for this. But we've got all kinds of donors to think about out there. You might have noticed on MRA Live, we're doing a fundraising drive for our Hall of Fame tournament coming up. And I'm going to just name off a few of the donors. Obviously, every one of them we're very appreciative for their efforts. But people like Margaret Hill, she is a Hall of Fame
She's
member
an
of Minnesota
OG.
Racquetball.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's an OG.
Yep.
Yeah,
She's been
for
around forever. And then we got Steve Jensen, Dr. Timothy Baghurst, he's down in
Oh, yeah, in
Guatemala. Is that
Guatemala.
where they're at?
Yeah,
with
with
Team
juniors.
USA Juniors. Yep. Letha Wold, I believe. I apologize if I butcher the pronunciation. I'm trying to read someone else's writing. Not very easy. And then, of course, we got the king of the backhand, Sudzimanchuk. those are all the people that donated to our latest
we
fundraising
thank you
drive.
very much for those donations. They're very much appreciated.
Absolutely. And then we have some local people too. I mean, a great friend, partner you've played with and against him for years.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, Patrick Miller. Patrick Miller Construction and Patrick Miller Roll-Off Containers that he's gotten into, and that's been tremendous success for him. He's not here this weekend. He played last weekend before at our 100th doubles shootout, monthly double shootout in Lifetime Fridley, Minnesota, and so 100th consecutive. That goes back to what was it, like 2018 or something when it started. It goes back farther. It goes back like 8 years.
100 months. It went back 100 months.
Yeah. Incredible. We had 44 people for a shootout, double shootout. So a lot of fun. And big props and thank you to Patrick Miller for his help and sponsorship.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal partner for Minnesota Racquetball. Very generous, great family, great. I know he has helped out quite a few of the local players with different needs, whether it's through his construction side or the roll-off side. Then we got some other partners, as you can see on the screen. You got Manilla Athletics, and here's something that's kind of cool that they're doing for this tournament specifically is any one of the second place or all of the second place winners, they are offering to give them 1 free month's service through Manilla Athletics. Wow. So I believe that's video online coaching and stuff's really cool.
That's huge.
Adam, Erica, and that goofy guy Bobby Horn. Over there on the right side of the screen there you can see great people, you can't say thank you enough to some stuff like that. They're stepping up. We talked about the donations for our Hall of Fame tournament that's coming up. We believe it's going to be a tier 1 IRT stop. Obviously we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of funds to raise, some fundraising to do.
Sure.
So you can go on MRA Live if you'd like to help us with that. If you have a business that you wanna help out with, reach out to one of us. We can certainly put you in contact with the right people. We're in the process of working all that up, but enough about that stuff. It is really quiet around here right now.
We are all done. All matches are done for the night.
We are all done with matches tonight. We do have a full slate of matches tomorrow, so it will be, I believe we start at 9 a.m. or 8. Do we have 8 o'clock matches?
I believe we start at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
8 o'clock matches all the
Central
way through
time,
tomorrow at Central Time. Yep. So we should be streaming live all day tomorrow. There'll be a bunch of different people stepping in to do some of this. You know what we can do? We're going to turn that on right there, and we're going to see if we can't get this to work. That's the wrong button. You keep talking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, those are sponsors.
We're trying to figure out how there's a way we did it.
Yeah, they're not the only sponsors. Patrick Miller, we've got Head, who supplies the racquetballs for us. And
let's see if this works.
And we're at the Club Fitness in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And doing the holiday tournament. A lot of fun. Pool, hot tub, pub and grill inside the club. So being racquetball players, that's awfully handy to have.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal facility. Again, it takes a facility like this to this is always a fun tournament. You got people running around. My cohort, I'm trying to get the camera to work that shows at the desk, but it's winning. Technology's winning again. I know that's a big shock to anybody listening, but he's sitting here with his blinky Christmas light necklace.
I stood too close to Jordan's mother, and I ended up getting blinking lights put on.
That's all that happens sometime. No. Yeah, tomorrow we'll get people in Santa suits.
It's so much fun. Tournaments. we sure did miss during the COVID years having these tournaments. So
Yep.
it's good to be back.
It is a great facility. MRA Live on Facebook, mnracquetball.org. One of the nice parts about Minnesota racquetball tournaments is anybody's welcome to come play. We don't say you have to be from the state to play in
No,
any
exactly.
of our tournaments.
It's open. Yeah, and
So
we
go ahead and you can get
encourage
signed up.
you to come play.
mnracquetball.org. You can see the list of events. We got some big events coming up. It should be a lot of fun this weekend. I appreciate your time, Jeff. I know you're trying to
Absolutely,
run
sir.
the desk. We'll get you back on it here, and hopefully tomorrow somebody smarter than I, which is not real hard to accomplish. We'll figure out how we can get some of these other cameras working and stuff. But we're just happy we could get some video for you folks tonight. Thank you very much. Minnesota Racquetball Association 2022 Holiday Classic from the club in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Thank you to our sponsors, and we'll see you tomorrow night, as they once said. Tomorrow morning.